As you can see here, ladies and gentlemen, I have this deflector from Jazzlab. Now, obviously, this is a sound reflector. Reflect means sound back. Deflect means sound away, but maybe somebody already had the reflector name, so maybe that's why it's just called a deflector. All right, so before I go any further, I want to save you guys some time, some money, and some problems, because I ordered this off of Amazon. I ordered the 2-day shipping, and they sent me an email saying, hey, we can't send it 2-day, we can send it 3-day. So I went and checked my account. They hadn't refunded me for that extra day, but when they did that, it reset in some weird way, and it wound up going to my default address. And I'm telling you right now, I work in the travel industry, so I have multiple shipping addresses. Make sure that if you have an Amazon account, make sure the default address is set to wherever you are right now. My default address was set to my old apartment that I no longer live at. So this, along with some other saxophone stuff and a $1,000 camera, got sent to my old address. Luckily, the lady who lives there now was nice enough. She gave me a call. She left a message on my phone. I called her back, and I was like, look, let's just work this out with the landlord. I'll talk to him, have him send it. So in the meantime, I'm calling Amazon, trying to get them not to send it in the first place. And this is where some problems started. Now, the guy, he seemed like he was pretty helpful, but when it was all said and done, I was the one that had to try to contact the post office and try and get them to hold it. So I got the impression that once Amazon gets their money, they pretty much just wash their hands with it. Normally, when things go great, it's fantastic. You get it just like they say they do. But I actually got refunded for this and some of the more saxophone-oriented products. The $1,000 camera, they did not refund. Now, this product actually wound up showing up to the wrong address. The person kept it. I got it back through my landlord, who sent it to where I'm at now. I saw on Yahoo Mail somebody ordered like a 70-inch TV through Amazon, and they sent him like an 80-inch TV, and he kept it, and the guy got arrested and all this. So I was like, I ain't going through all that. So I sent them an email saying, hey, I got this product. I'm still waiting for them. But at any rate, make sure that your default address is actually where you are. All right, so let's get to this product and see what we got here. All right, so you have this little pamphlet here that gives you advice on how to set this thing up. This is a mouthpiece, silencer, and mute. You get this sax holder pamphlet here. You can see it's got the sax holder and a really pretty girl. And it just so happens, coincidentally, I am in the market for not just a sax holder, but also a pretty girl. All right, let's get to this thing and see what we got. And that's what it is. Here's your clip. All right. Okay, so that just fits down in the hole right there. And on the side here, we have our clip. Clips onto the bell. And then you can adjust the size of the clip with this screw here. So this is all very straightforward and very simple. All right, so as you can see, hopefully I have this shotgun microphone attached to my GoPro, which is attached to my head. So I'm going to try and point this thing at the Sax Deflector. I'm going to change the angles so you can get an idea of how effective this thing is, which it is quite effective. I haven't checked it on the gig yet, but I will get back to you and let you know. Okay, so I'm going to hold a note, and then I'm just going to adjust this because I'm not entirely sure how this sound is reflecting back to the microphone as opposed to how it's reflecting back to my ears. Okay, here's a concert F. This is my G. Right about here, it's reflecting right back to my ears. Let me play here for a little bit. All right. Okay, so I don't know how well you can see me, but you can see I look ridiculous with this thing attached like this. However, it should have given me a very good video example of the sound reflection. Tomorrow, actually today, because it's like 4 o'clock in the morning, I'm going to play this thing on the gig that I play with various bits of reflection. So one thing that I'm noticing already is that this is really good at reflecting the sound back, and if I have it off angle, it's going to be really good at deflecting my sound to one of the other musicians. Now, if that musician is a trumpet player, that's going to force him to play louder, or if it's a guitar player, it's going to force them to play louder, and now I'm right back where I started. So I want to make sure that this thing is pointing at me and me only. Okay, so I'm back from the gig, and I've had some issues with this. None of the problems that I've had with this are really a deal breaker, but I want to give you guys a heads up. So this opening right here, I have to have the microphone sitting right here in order for the sound to be consistent. When it goes like this, because I move around a lot when I'm standing or sitting, I could definitely hear in my own personal monitors that the sound guy is going to have to deal with this sound moving around a bit. Now, obviously, if you're using a monitor, you don't need something like this, but I wanted to check to see what kind of signal was getting to the microphone through the plastic edges like this. So since most of the sound is going to be reflected from this area here anyway, I don't know why they wouldn't have just used like spokes or something like this, so that way you get a much more open and clear passage to a microphone. Now, a simple fix to that is to just use a clip-on microphone. So very often on the gig that I have now, I have access to a clip-on microphone, which I can just clip on the bell, and then I don't have to worry about it being behind here. Now, I don't really want to put it like through here like this. I'll just set it in a different way, and then it's not really a problem. Another thing is storing this. This might be a deal breaker for some people, but I would rather this had some type of collapsible type of hinge here, so that way you could fold it and then you could store it. Otherwise, I have to carry it in the box, and I mean, this thing, it doesn't really fit in my case with all the other stuff that I have in my case. As far as its effectiveness in doing what the product says it does, I'm actually very impressed with it. I'm definitely going to use this product. Oh, and by the way, I did hear back from Amazon. They told me to go ahead and keep the refund and to go ahead and keep the product. And just to cover myself, I want you guys to check out this piece of paper right here from Varsha. I also got my $1,000 camera and all the stuff that was sent out, so I'm good to go now. All right, that's all I got for you.